Hi everyone and welcome to my place. Today I'm here to help Danaka, who has asked if I could help with an arrangement that once finished is to sit on an entrance table in a foyer in front of a mirror. She wanted to use some magnolias. She wanted something that was really easy and wasn't going to be too taxing on her, so I've come up with something that I hope that you will all equally enjoy as much as I hope that Danaka does. Okay, so she wanted something classic. I've found a beautiful ceramic classic urn that I'm going to use, which I've filled with some foam. And I've got two beautiful leaves that I'm going to use. Now I've cut the leaves so that when I place them across the top of the opening or the cavity, they just sort of like fit from side to side. So that makes it easier for knowing how, if you're having issues with how long you should make them. But pretty much these are just going to form just a little rim to cover and to extend the design out. I've also got these lovely magnolias, which I'm going to put one into there, and because it's going to go in front of a mirror, I'm going to design it so that it sort of is like a nice crescent shaped. So we'll have one on that side and one on the other side, and these are about 1.5 times the height of the container, so that when they go in, pushing them down into the cavity of the urn, there's about the same distance as here as there is in here, or thereabouts. And let's not forget that nothing in nature is perfect, so why should we even try? Right, I've got some other lovely bits of foliage here, and the reason I've selected this is because it's got a lovely little sort of the pinkiness, and the colourway on the outside of the leaves will also reflect through into the colours of the magnolias. Now you can do this either fresh or artificial. I'm doing it artificial for her, and also I just need you to know that it's autumn here in New Zealand and there is no way that I've got access to beautiful magnolias. So I'm going to just put a little bit of foliage in there, and then put another piece out the front of that just to push that into there. And because I've done that, I'm just going to mirror that another piece over into the back of the design like so that it's sort of like forming little wings, and push those bits down because the focus is actually going to be on the flowers, not actually the foliage, which is just going to be you connecting through. Right, from there, I've got another couple of bits of foliage, and the reason I'm using this one is because it's got the dark on the leaves, which on the little petal, the little leaves there and at the back, which will just reflect through into these big leaves, that are the big viola leaves. Right, I've got a piece there, so I'm going to bring a piece over and into here, and I've got a couple of pieces of this grey base foliage. I'm just going to put a little bit into there, and then another piece over to that side there. So you can see it's sort of, I'm just building up this beautiful picture with these lovely textures. Now the next thing I've got is this lovely magnolia with the little bud on it. I'm going to bring that over and into this side, and don't worry about that covering up that flower there, because that's just fine, because it's artificial we can just bend that and take it down. I've got another one here which I'm going to mirror onto the other side and bring that down, and I'll just bend that up. That's the beauty of working with artificial things. So see how I've just bent that to just sort of like go in between the main magnolia that I put in first, and then over here I've still got a little bit of a hole. So what I'll do is I'll just push that out there so that it's covering that space between that branch and the leaf in there. And if at all in doubt and you think that you need to just move that, just bring that over to there a bit and just move your leaves around, or your little tendrils, so that they're covering, as I've done just into there. Right, now the next thing to do is, hold on, oops, I'm at the back. Well, it shouldn't really matter whether it's a front or a back, because it's going to be in front of a mirror, so you're going to see it, the front and the back as well. So I've got two bigger blooms, so I'm just going to push that bloom down into there, and you'll notice that I'm putting the bigger flowers into the inside of my urn, and I'll bring that other one there. And even though you can't see that, around the back on the mirror you will see that. So you'll be able to see the visual here Oops, I just moved that down a wee bit, and the visual around that. So how's that for a really easy design? Now, if you don't have access to artificials, what you can use is some real magnolia, and I'll just put a piece of that into there, and I'll bring another piece over and into the back here. Now, the beauty with the foam that I used was the green foam, and the reason I've used that is because once you've got your base in and you've got your artificial flowers in, if you want to put fresh flowers into this, you can easily do that just by keeping the foam moist all of the time. The other thing that's really interesting, and I'll take this out so that I can share with you, all of the artificial forms that you get now have got a beautiful plastic coating on them, which means that they're not going to rust or go soft or break down. So putting them into water is really easy. So there we have a really lovely design that will be perfect behind a mirror. And if you wanted to, you could make this even taller, or you could make it shorter, and you could extend these branches to go long ways. So either way, once you get your shape done, you can just take them up or you can take them down. I hope you've enjoyed this design, and Danaka, I hope that this helps with a little problem on your entranceway at your house. Really enjoyed sharing this with you today. Look forward to seeing you again another day. See you again.